Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mings, and this Sunday I'm going to be starting another Fire Emblem CMU, also known as Chat Creates My Units series. And this time we're doing the one and only Fire Emblem Awakening. Initially I was gonna run with Path of Radiance, but the hacking utilities for that game just aren't here yet. Maybe a few more years from now we'll get something. But for now we're doing Awakening, the first game a lot of my audience played in the franchise, so I know it's dear to many of you. We're going to be playing on Lunatic difficulty, so this one is going to be very challenging, but you will get a lot of tools to create some really strong units. Before we get further into it, if you don't know what a CMU is, it's a modified run of Fire Emblem where you guys get to replace the playable cast of characters, both playable and enemies. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through the process of making and submitting a character. There's a Google Doc linked in the video description and the pinned comments with the template for character creation, as well as a bunch of rules and information that you might find useful. After you're done watching this video, I recommend you go check it out. So, how will units be submitted for this playthrough? With the GBA titles, I was able to take submissions live, as I'm very proficient using Fire Emblem Builder. But since I'm using a brand new program called Paragon now, I will be taking submissions in the comments section of this video, similar to how I did it during the Gladiator Arena. I will also be accepting a few submissions from my Patreon page every week. So without further ado, let us get into the template that you guys can fill out. First, let's look at the playable character one. So the first thing you do is picking your desired replacement unit. Your character will use this as a baseline. They will also be using this unit's critical hit quotes when scoring crits and activating skills, unless I find some way of changing it. Then you pick your name, your gender, your class, and what portrait you want to use in-game. Because I have limited skills hacking Paragon, I am restricted to choosing portraits that are already in the game. I do not know how to add custom Awakening portraits, it's a lot more complicated than you might think. However, if someone watching this video does know a lot about Paragon hacking, please get in touch with me at mangsmemes@gmail.com. If you want to help me out by adding custom portraits and other things, I'd love to get in touch with you. Then it's time to allocate your growth rates. You'll get 200 points total to spread between the various stats. The reason for this low growth rate total is because Awakening class growths are actually very high. However, once you're done allocating your growth rates, your HP, skill, and luck growths will be multiplied by 1.5. This is because these stats are worth far less point for point than the other stats are. However, don't do this multiplication yourself. It will be done for you after your character is submitted. Then you can select up to 3 Boons and 3 Banes. You don't have to pick 3, you can actually pick none, but for each Boon you pick, you also have to pick a corresponding Bane. These will influence your character's starting base stats. Then you will get 3,000 gold to purchase your starting inventory. You can pick up to 5 items, and any leftover gold is lost. But because I want all characters to have the freedom of picking and choosing, every unit will start with an automatic A rank in every weapon type they can use. This means that we will see very advanced weaponry early on. But then again, it is Lunatic mode, and I think this will make for a lot more interesting builds as you can factor weapons into your skills. You can find a complete list over all available items in the Google Doc. Big thanks to Hanako for helping me writing all this down. After you're done purchasing items, you now get to pick up to 5 skills. Like in the Fire Emblem Gladiator Arena, your character gets a total of 10 skill points to purchase S rank, A rank, B rank, D rank, and E rank skills. Keep in mind though that most classes learn their own class skills by leveling up, so you might want to take a list at the skills in the Google Doc to make sure you don't double up on any of them. Some skills have been omitted as they are deemed either too game-breaking or just not very fun. An example of skills that have been omitted are the rally skills. They're still obtainable in the game by leveling up in the late game, but I don't want characters to be able to start off with rallies. I just don't like how they play. One character just usually ends up becoming a rally bot sitting there doing nothing, getting no experience, and just buffing the other party members, and it's just kinda boring, so I didn't allow players to pick them. However, a lot of the good broken skills that you know and love, like Gale Force, are available, including some enemy-only Lunatic Plus mode skills. Most of them cost 10 points though, so if you want one of these, it's gonna be the only one you get. Up next, you pick 3 reclassing options. These are classes available if I decide to use a second seal on your unit to reclass it, and will also be passed down to the character's children. Now speaking of children characters, they will pretty much play the same and use the same rules as the regular characters, except that they will inherit some skills and growth rates from their parents. Otherwise, they'll use the same template. To finish things up with, add a short description as well as up to 5 level up quotes, including one for when your character gets a bad level up, and then also a class change / promotion quote, and lastly a death quote. Once you've filled out this template, leave it in the comment section of either this video or the latest stream VOD. A few of them will also be picked on my Patreon page every week. Now a few things. Firstly, Robin will be treated as a regular submission. However, we will be banning the Tactician class as they are quite broken due to their accelerated experience gains. Awakening is a game where a single unit often snowballs out of control, something we're gonna try to avoid in this run, which is also a reason why the Paragon and Aptitude skills are not available for the player. Neither is the Villager class. Secondly, the winner of the first season of the Gladiator Arena, the creator of Mystia, you can freely pick to replace either Robin or Chrom. This is your reward for winning the arena. So Mystia, if you are watching this and you want to be the main character, please reach out to me at mangsmemes@gmail.com to submit your character. If you don't, then you can always wait for a later CMU and let someone else go instead. For everyone else, you can reach out to me at this Gmail with any questions or ask in the comment section below, but please do not attempt to submit your unit to my Gmail. This will spam down my inbox and risks getting you filtered and unable to submit memes and other things. So stick to submitting units in the comment section only. With that, I believe I've covered most of the important points. The first stream takes place this Sunday and it's already up on my channel. Go click on it right now and make sure you're notified whenever I go live. See you there.